September 11, 2001 is a day that would go down in infamy, not only for those lost, but for their families, not only for the people of the areas affected, but the country, and yet not only the country, but the world. 9/11 was the day terrorists flew two planes into the Twin Towers, one to the Pentagon and one thwarted that was intended for the White House. The thousands of lives lost cannot be forgotten, a number that keeps growing to this day with continuous deaths from cancer and other illnesses caused from trying to help those hurt. Today, our thoughts and prayers go out to all those affected by the events of September 11th. We all wish you the best on this infamous day.
I was a recruiter when the Twin Towers went down. I worked in Newark, Delaware at the College Square Center. I had a recruiting office there. I was on the I-95 on my way to work when I turned on my radio and heard the tragic news about an airplane crashing into one of our towers in New York City. Minutes later, I heard the second tower was struck by another plane. That one really got my attention, but then I knew it wasn't a coincidence. The short-term effect it had on me made me very cautious walking around buildings and crowds of people. You have this sixth sense that comes to you, and my long-term effects that still remain is memories of those who sacrificed their lives to help others during such a great need. They will always be remembered as first responders who gave their lives to save others. When I say first responders, I don't mean only professionals, but for everyone who was involved in helping those in need. Thank you.
Although we cannot come together as we normally do today, we should not overlook and forget the lives that were lost and sacrificed on September 11th, 2001. I and so many of my peers were not born before September 11th, but we all still remember and grieve the thousands of lives that were lost on that day. When I think of 9/11, the first thought that comes to mind is the museum and the memorial in New York City. Attending the memorials helped me realize that we can never truly understand what it must have felt like for those such as our parents that had to witness the event live from the televisions and radios at home, at work, and for many while they were at school. Visiting these memorials taught me that we must not only remember the lives that were lost on that day, but also the millions of lives that were impacted because of that day.